Great. So I'm delighted to be with Helena Morrissey today. Helena, great to see you.
Thanks, Ian.
And it's great to be getting involved in this diverse city project, which everyone's kind of been talking about. Tell us a bit more about it.
So the start of this came about, obviously we're all appalled by the President's dinner and the revelations around that. And actually I had avoided going on any kind of news channels the day after that news broke, because I wasn't quite sure what the response was. It felt like we wanted to do something, one should be doing something positive about that. And then on the morning when I declined all invitations, an email popped up in my inbox, my rather crowded inbox, from Sarah Bates, who's chair of St James's Place, with just a passing thought as the heading. Now, often those sorts of emails, one doesn't sort of immediately click open, but something told me to click this one open, and she said, what about raising money for those charities that have felt the need to give it back or to decline it? I thought, well, that's brilliant. That's exactly what we should do. And because I'm a slightly impatient sort of person, immediately pretty much emailed all the CEOs who form the advisory council of the Diversity Project. What do they think of the idea? And of course, then so many of them came back almost immediately to say, great, count us in. And that's where it all started from.
Great. So a real kind of serendipity. And there's been this kind of amazing kind of groundswell, hasn't there, that's sort of come to support this project. You know, just as you started talking about it, people have wanted to get involved, all shapes and sizes, it seems.
Well, I think most people didn't recognise the city that we know and work in from the accounts of the President's Club dinner, and wanted to redress not just perceptions, but to do something good about it. Clearly there was some discussion over whether it was the city at the dinner, but clearly there were representatives there. I don't think we should quibble. It's better just to say, actually, we want to show that we are modern, we're diverse, and we want to do something good for charity to make up the shortfall. And we have got now around 50 major institutions who've not just said, oh, keep me posted, but actually said they want to take tables at events, they want to actually get involved, and asking me for some more details about what we're actually doing, which is fantastic to see.
Well, no, that's great. So let's talk about those details, because that's really the purpose of us having this conversation, to give people, lift the lid a little bit more on what is planned. I think as part of the diversity project as well that you've been leading to. So what's planned?
So it's morphed because of this overwhelming interest from an event to now a series of events, which is fantastic. Hopefully it means we can raise even more money and do even more good with it. So we're now going to start with an event kindly, very generously donated by M&G, the fund management firm. They are letting us use their opening night of the Chelsea Flower Show, the gala dinner, and so there will be opportunity for people, firms, to take tables at that dinner, and that will be our kick-off event. Then at the end, hopefully when we're on track for having raised the money that we want to raise, it will be closed also in London, shared event with the Lord Mayor, who's very enthusiastic about this whole campaign, and that will be his closing of the current Lord Mayor's year on the 29th of October in the Guildhall. In between, we want to make this very much a United Kingdom effort. Events in Edinburgh, Belfast, Manchester and Cardiff are planned.
Right, so
or will be planned.
Not just London. That's really quite important to both you and me, isn't it? This is across the UK.
Exactly. A lot of people work, particularly in financial services, not in London, and this is about improving the modernity and the reach, and not making it all just about one narrow group of people in one part of the country.
Yeah. And it's a really big tangible, isn't it, for the diversity project for this year?
Definitely. So the Diversity Project's been going for about 18 months now. We set ourselves 5 years, and really it's trying to improve diversity across all dimensions in the investment and savings industry. And obviously we're not known particularly for being very diverse, but what's been fantastic has been all parties coming together, pension fund consultants, organisations like the Investment Association and the PLSA, the pensions, the asset owners group, really joining forces and saying, actually, we want to have a concerted plan to do something about this. And we met in December, actually had our strategy discussion for this year. A lot of it was about, getting out there with our message, and obviously that helps to encourage talent, more diverse talent, we hope, to our industry. And so this will be part of our campaign for this year.
So in terms of raising the money, tell us a little bit more about that. Replenishing the charities that have given money back because of events earlier in the year, but also to do something else too, yes?
Yes, so we've set ourselves a preliminary target of £2 million for the whole year, and we anticipate that that will be plenty to cover the money that the charities forewent as a result of the President's Club dinner, but also to enable us to spend more on mentoring, on apprenticeships and on work experience for people who might otherwise not get a chance to work in the city, and other forms of training and financial education. So we've yet to come up with the exact spend on that, but that's the thinking, to do both with the money that we raise.
And how can people get involved? How can they, if they haven't got involved already, and many have, how can they get involved?
Well, at this stage, please simply reach out to me and express your interest, and particularly if you want to get involved in a particular region or take a table at one of those 2 London-based events. And as the next few weeks develop, we are organising different events teams in different parts of the country, and obviously then there'll be more information to share.
Helen, thanks very much indeed on this, I think, very exciting day as well, for celebrating 100 years of women getting the vote too.
Which just explains my outfit.
It certainly does, but you know, in a way, I'm delighted to get involved too, because out of something that, you know, I don't think most of us really like, we're gonna do some good here, aren't we?
Well, exactly, and you can spend your life sort of moaning and looking backwards. We can't fix the past, but we can write the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.